Welcome to Math with Mrs. Cox. We're on Chapter 10, Lesson 4, page 725 in your math book. We are multiplying whole numbers and fractions today. So let's begin. After I push edit and get markup going. There we go. All right, we have 1/6 times 24. So whenever there is a whole number, we just put a 1 underneath it. So then it looks like this. Then we just take 1 times 24 equals 24, 6 times 1 equals 6. So then this is what we have. Now we have to simplify. It is very top heavy. So 6 will go into 24, or you can go like this to help you remember. 6 will go into 24 about 4 times. So there are 4 whole numbers hidden in that fraction. So we'd put 4 as our answer right there. Example 2. Here is our number, 2 times 4/5. So we're going to put 2 over 1, which is what they've done here. Then we can go 2 times 4 is 8. 1 times 5 is 5. Then we know we have 8/5. But that's top heavy. So we take 8 divided by 5. 5 will go into 8 at least one time, and then there's going to be 3 left over. And we'll bring the denominator over, which is 5. So the simplified is going to be 1 3/5. The top heavy number is 5/8. So we estimated roughly that it would be 2, and we know that our answer is going to be 1 3/5. Okay, here's our guided practice. Find a half times a fourth. Find a half times 4, right, in simplest form. Well, we just put a 1 underneath that, like that. And then we have 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. So we have 4 2s. Or when we simplify, we know that 2 will go into 4 evenly 2 times. So that's a simplified version. So the answer is going to be 2. Okay, here we go. Go ahead and see if you can race me on this, but check your answers. Okay, 1/3 times 12. We're just going to bring that 1 underneath there. 1 times 12 is 12/3. But I do know that 3 will go into 12 4 times. So my answer is 4 as a simplified answer. Okay, number 3. Put a little 1 underneath that whole number. 1 times 20 is 20. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 will go into 20 5 times. Okay, here we go with number 4. Put a little 1 underneath there. 1 times 18, I'm going to have to do that work over here. That would be 40, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it could be 90. So, there's something we can do first. There's this trick. Instead of getting great big numbers like this, look at your numbers. I know that 6 will go into 6 once, and 6 will go into 18 3 times. So if I simplify now, I don't have to deal with these big numbers. Now let's try that. 5 times 3 is 15. Over 1 equals 15 as my answer. Okay, number 5. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 5 is 5. Well, that's top heavy. I know 5 will go into 7 one time, and there'll be 2 left over. Bring over the denominator as a 5, and 1 2/5 is my answer. Number 6, I'm going to do 14 over 1. 2 times 14 is 28. 3 times 1 is 3. I know 3 can go into that. Let's see. It'll go into about 9 times, would be 27. Then there'll be 1 left over, and bring the denominator over would be 3. Number 7. 2 times 11 is 22. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 will go into that at least 4 times because it'll be 20. And then 22 minus 20, there'll be 2 left over, and bring over the denominator as 5 is my answer. Number 8, I have 12 over 1. So 12 times 1 is 12, divided by 6 would equal 2. Ooh, look at this. I can simplify. I know 13 goes into 13 one time. 13 goes into 13 one time. So now it's a lot easier for me to do my multiplication. 1 times 2 is 2, and 1 times 1 is 1, and that just means that's the whole number 2. I like it. Okay, here we go. Let's see. We have 4. Ooh, we can simplify here too. 4 will go into 4 once. 4 will go into 24 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18 over 1, and that just means it's a whole number of 18. I like those. Okay, that's a whole number. I'm going to put a fraction of 1 underneath it. And 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 4 is 4. 4 will go into 5 one time. There'll be 1 left over and bring down the 4. Ooh, right here I can simplify. I know that 5 will go into this twice, and 5 will go into this 3 times. So 3 times 7 is 21. 1 times 2 is 2. Got to simplify that. 2 will go into 20 at least 10 times with 1 left over and bring the half down. So that's my answer. Number 13. Let's see. Do that. I don't think 6 can't go into 32. If it was 36, it could. So now we're going to have to do 32 times 6, which is 12, 18, 19. 192 divided by 6. And if I grab my handy-dandy calculator, I know that 192 divided by 6 equals 32. So I probably could have simplified these by dividing them both by 2 first. And that would have made my life a little bit easier. 16. Then that would have helped me out a little bit. So my answer is 32. So like I said, you can simplify at the end or you can simplify at the beginning, but you should get the same answer either way. Great, let's go over to the homework. You can hear the bus outside. Okay, number 1, we have a number here where we can simplify. I know that 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into this 4 times. So then I can do 2 times 4 is 8, 1 times 1 is 1, and that's going to equal the beautiful number of 8. Okay, we turn that into a fraction by just putting a 1 underneath it. Let's see, I can simplify the 8 and the 10. 2 will go into 8 4 times, 2 will go into this 5 times. So 3 times 4 is 12, 5 times 1 is 5. So 5 will go into 12 twice with 2 left over, bring the 5 over. So my answer is 2 2/5. Alrighty, 8 times 1 is 8. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 will go into 8 one time with 3/5 left over. Okay, 13 over 2. 2 will go into 13 at least 6 times, and there'll be 1 left over. So my answer is 6.5. Ooh, look at this one. I can simplify. 5 will go into 5 once. 5 will go into this 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12, and that's just my answer. Hey, I like that. Okay, now we have 3 times 7 is 21, and 10 times 1 is 10. 10 will go into 21 at least twice because it makes 20. There'll be 1 left over, 1/10. So that is my answer. Okay, we're almost done. We can do this. Oh, I've got to push markup. There you go. The length of the popcorn machine is 3/4 of, tells us it's multiplication of its height. The height is 24 inches. What is the length of the machine? So we do 3/4 of, or multiplication, 24. We'll put a 1 underneath it. So I know that 4, we're going to 4 once, and 4 we're going to 24 6 times. So then I have 3 times 6 is 18. 1 times 1 is 1. So the length is 18 inches. Number 8, Quentin is making bread and wants to triple the recipe. That means times by 3. The recipe calls for 2/3 of a cup of sugar. How much sugar will he need? 2/3 times 3 over 1. Ooh, look, we can do simplify right there. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. So he'll need 2 cups. Okay, brain builders. Ooh, let's see if we can figure that out. Joaquin has $24. He used 5/8 of his money to buy a pair of jeans. How much money does he have left? Okay, brain builders always means there's 2 or 3 steps. So our first step is we multiply 24 times 5/8, and that's going to give us a number. Then we take that number and subtract it from 24 because we need to find out how much money he has left. Let's begin. So I know 8 will go into 8 once, and 8 will go into 24 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15. 1 times 1 is 1. So he spent $15. But that's not the answer we're looking for. We would want to know what's left. So we're going to minus the 15 from here. Have to regroup. That'll be $9. So he has $9 left. Welcome to Brain Builders. There's always more than one step. Plan your solution. The length of a rectangle is 1/3. So let's draw a rectangle. Okay, so the length is 1/3 of its width. Actually, that should go right there. Whoops. I'm trying to erase, not draw more. There we go. The width of the rectangle is 9 feet. What is the area? Okay, so we have to figure out what this is because we don't know what the length it is. So we're going to do 1/3 times 9 over 1. Now that goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 9 3 times. So we have 3 over 1. So now I can take my eraser, and we now know what this other measurement is. It is 3. So now to find the area, we do length times width equals area. So we do 3 times 9 and know that that equals 27 square feet because that's what we're measuring, feet. Number 11, Rico's making punch for 18 people. How much punch should Rico make if each person drinks 1/6 of a gallon? Okay, so 18 times 1/6. I know 6 will go into 6 once. 6 will go into 18 3 times. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. So my answer is 3. 3 gallons.